Right now, ICE is trying to work with the IRS because we actually take in billions of dollars because of immigrants in this country, and now they're going to try to get them out. And I'm going to tell you that the biggest issue that we have, I really don't think this should be a partisan issue, so I'm going to agree with my Republican colleagues. I think that we all should want to be safe in our communities. The problem that we have is that we have an incompetent administration, that everything that they touch turns to because what they do is they take a wide sweeping brush and they have decided that the enemy is now going to be immigrants instead of taking a scalpel. That's all we're asking, is to be exact in what you're doing instead of taking a sledgehammer to everything.
Democrats are crumbling as Representatives Jasmine Crockett and AOC. They are showing Americans why they should not be in public office. Republicans give a simple yet effective way in dealing with radical leftists, and Stephen A. Smith suggests that he's now actually open to running for president in 2028. It looks like Democrats are really itching for some new leadership. Now, guys, we have a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and get to the top faces of the left at the moment. By the way, if you appreciate the updates, hit the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. All right, so both Jasmine Crockett and AOC, who's worse? Real quick, who's worse? AOC or Jasmine Crockett? Comment down below. I want to see what these comments look like. Anyway, so both Jasmine Crockett and AOC have publicly defended illegal immigrants from deportation. Now, you might remember that AOC even put out this webinar that instructed illegal aliens on how they can avoid and evade ICE and deportation, right? Well, alluding to the idea that people who illegally enter the United States have the same kind of rights as U.S. citizens. Isn't that nonsense? Meaning that they shouldn't be deported as they deserve to live a life here in our country, here in the United States. Anyway, so they have also openly criticized President Trump, saying that he only caters to the rich. I think that's a lie too. And the Democrats are doing their job for the working class. Man, these people just keep on lying, don't they? But you know how Democrats are. They love to project what they're doing onto Republicans. Now, the problem is that we have a commander-in-chief who's willing to call them out. Now, there's also this problem with smartphones and how easy it is to take photos of these government officials in public.
Democrats have a search party for a new leader, and the Democrats stepping up to fill that void show that they are in serious trouble. Far left darling AOC, who's been, quote, fighting the oligarchy, look at this, was photographed flying first class to one of those rallies. Hypocrisy at its finest. And Democrats' up-and-coming star, Jasmine Crockett, just added another moment to her long list of shocking comments.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right, right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
Well, if she's looking for attention, she got it.
The Democrats have taken a lot of beatings. They have lost their confidence. They've gone crazy. How about this new one they have? Their new star, Crockett. How about her? Is that real? Are they serious about that? That's their new star? If that's their new star, they're in serious trouble. I mean, this is Crockett. Oh, man.
So reports also came out that AOC ignored friendly comments of other passengers that were boarding the plane. She was seen in a first-class JetBlue seat that is said to be worth $1,100 for that plane ticket. Now, you got to ask, who paid for her plane ticket? This is one of the messengers of the Democratic Party, the same one who's been very vocal and against no tax on tips. Wasn't she a waitress at some point? You would think that she would support and remember where she came from, right? Anyway, so the alleged leader that the left is looking at to fight for the working class is this AOC lady. Now, again, I got to remind you that she was in a first-class seat flying to join Bernie Sanders' fight oligarchy. Now, it's just unbelievable how critical these elected officials officials are, right? I mean, her office also declined to comment on her flight and the need to have these specific seats. Now, hey guys, real quick, I just wanted to share this just in case it helps. If you or someone who's close to you is on Medicare, or maybe they're getting there soon, there is free help out there. I don't know if you guys are aware, real help from people who actually care. And so guys, this is why I partner with Chapter Medicare. They're kind, they're knowledgeable, and they're not going to pressure you into anything. So I'll leave a number on the screen, also in the description down below. Just give them a call real quick. Their phone number is 909-563-8279 to speak with someone who will actually listen. Or if you'd rather hit them up online, you can go to askchapter.org/Ron. I'll also leave a link for you guys down below. They can help guide you through Medicare, disability, retirement, Medicaid, and even survivor benefits, all for free. Like, who doesn't love free, right? No sales pitch, just answers. I love it. So anyway, just call my friends over at Chapter Medicare, link in the description down below. So many people are missing out on benefits that they already qualify. It's crazy. So anyway, don't let that happen to you or to your parents. I hope this helps. And then of course, we got Representative Jasmine Crockett, right? So the best gift for Republicans. Much like AOC, she's all for illegal immigrants taking jobs that she says Americans don't want, even though it's already been proven that there's a lot of criminals and terrorists who went by unvetted through our borders. She's also the same person who said that who needs $5,000 stimulus checks? Nobody needs $5,000. I guess she's just so rich she just doesn't understand. Now again, this is all thanks to the Democratic Party. Now, Senator John Kennedy, he provided us with their plan to counter AOC and Jasmine Crockett. This is what he had to say when asked about these new leaders of the left. Watch.
What do you think of the new leadership, Jasmine, AOC, and Bernie?
I consider Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez to be the leader of the Democratic Party. She's entitled to her opinion. I'm entitled to mine. As I've said about her before, I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. And our plan for dealing with her...
You didn't plan that out. We got to hurry.
Our plan for dealing with her is called Operation Let Her Speak.
But while voters with common sense can weed out what's wrong with the Democratic Party, not everybody's ready for the truth. AOC and Jasmine Crockett, they are tailored to appeal to the radical left, the ones that hate being told the truth. It was early this year when Matt Miller of Politbrawl interviewed an individual exactly like this.
Is this a call to violence in any way? Is this violence? Yeah, are you trying to... What's the message here?
Violence? Yeah, he's calling for violence.
Is this supposed to be Trump or no? Definitely not.
No, I said Trump has a bigger ass.
What's your reaction to him promising to deport millions of illegal immigrants?
Well, you know, if you want to pay $5 for a head of lettuce, that's cool.
Is it racist to do that?
Racist? Sure, it's racist. He wants us to be blonde hair, blue eye. He sleeps with Hitler's speeches alongside his bed.
Barack Obama deported 3 million illegal immigrants. Was that racist?
Well, you know, Obama wasn't perfect either, and we should get the people who cause crimes. You know, we should deal with them. But
so you support
the percentage of crimes that immigrants cause is less than some of our U.S. citizens.
Let me just ask you very clearly.
U.S. citizens get out of jail after they kill cops and storm the Capitol.
Let me just ask you very clearly, was Obama racist and xenophobic for deporting those people?
He was racist and xenophobic.
He deported 3 million illegal immigrants.
Well, he was upholding the law, I guess.
So what's Trump doing then?
Well, he's doing it without upholding the law.
How is Trump deporting people different than what Obama did?
What the f*** so deporting people have to do with anything? You know who needs to be deported? Everybody who's not a Native American. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay? You're a f***ing immigrant, my friend.
Now, we got to realize that these people, they believe they're right, that President Trump is a racist and that him deporting illegal immigrants is somehow wrong. Even though, as he said, Barack Obama, he did the same thing. But since Barack Obama's a Democrat, I guess he gets a pass. And this is just tip of the iceberg, guys. I mean, we're talking about the hypocrisy within the left. Now, what's also apparent is that they're not stacked when it comes to their roster. At the moment, they have no one to step up to President Trump. And hey, guys, I keep getting messages from you guys, comments saying, hey, Ron, I keep missing your video videos, I keep missing the breaking news. Can you please make sure I get notified? So I've taken care of you guys. All you got to do is hit the link in the description down below this video or in the pinned comment and join the breaking news newsletter. That's it, totally free. Now, to some extent, we can say that Gavin Newsom can make a run in 2028, but he's been recently turning off his own party by becoming politically moderate. Now, of course, there's also Senator Bernie Sanders, although he's been in office for like decades, yet he has little to nothing to talk about in terms of accomplishments. So, of course, this brings me to the end of the bench. You got Stephen A. Smith, who is now talking about a possible presidential run.
Sports pundit Stephen A. Smith has officially announced he's considering a run for president in 2028. Smith posting to X last night, writing, "Time to stop messing around. Life is great, especially at ESPN Disney. Hate the thought of being a politician, but sick of this mess. So I am officially leaving all doors open." Fox News contributor, I hope your door's not open because that leaves your house free for burglars. Joe Concha joins me now. And Joe, how real is this? And if it is real, what does it say about the state of the Democrat Party?
Well, Todd, Stephen A. is a master promoter. He's somehow on ESPN 25 hours a day. He understands that as long as he floats this prospect after shooting it down, that gets him airtime outside of the sports stuff. And hey, look at this, we're talking about it. But I think it shows two things to answer your question. One, that the Democratic bench has never been this thin. When there are some urging a Stephen A. Smith to run for president, despite no executive experience in business like Donald Trump had going in, no foreign policy chops, while not putting out any specific plan around any issue, because why would he have to this point? That's a sign of desperation from within the party. But I think it also shows that you need to be a certain entertainer to a certain extent when running for the highest office in the land. You look at people that have been so successful, Reagan, Clinton, Obama, Clinton being Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, all of them have those oratory skills that make them or made them stand out, most notably, obviously, Trump. And Stephen A. has that, but that alone ain't enough. Then again, you know, if the competition is AOC, Bernie, Kamala, and Cory Booker, I wouldn't count him out completely, but this is where I stop and say it's probably not going to happen.
I don't know. I think Stephen A. Smith might be better off sticking to sports and creating beef with LeBron James. What do you guys think? I think it's a much better fit for him. But this is where we see how desperate the party is. I mean, they're just so focused on looking for a message that they just keep forgetting that they don't even have a message. Their only message is that we hate Donald Trump, the same man who won the presidential election by a landslide. But here's my question to you guys. Out of AOC, Jasmine Crockett, Bernie Sanders, or Stephen A. Smith, who do you actually think is a better fit to become the Democratic presidential nominee for 2028? Let me know in the comments, guys. I can't wait to see what you guys say. Anyway, now, I definitely want to give you guys some important updates that you need to know. Now, I covered the market turmoil that's happening as China is essentially talking about these new tariffs on the United States. Make sure you guys check out that recent live stream where I keep you guys really informed on this one. As always, appreciate you guys hitting the like button and subscribing. We'll see you next time.